This training module will provide you with the necessary steps to be able to complete Task 7 of an APPR plan under Education Law, Section 3012D, the Transition Student Performance Required Subcomponent for Principals. Here are the objectives that we want to accomplish with this module presentation. In this module, you will learn how to complete Task 7, Transition, the student performance required subcomponent of an APPR plan for principals during the transition period, the 2015-16 through 2018-19 school years, in the SED Monitoring APPR portal. First, we will begin with an introduction to alternate SLOs. During the 2016-17 through 2018-19 school years, pursuant to the requirements of Subpart 30-3.17 of the Rules of the Board of Regents, grades 3 through 8, New York State ELA and math assessments, and any state-provided growth scores may only be used for advisory purposes and may not be used for the purpose of calculating transition scores and ratings. If excluding the grades 3 through 8 ELA and math state assessments and any state-provided growth scores results in no remaining student performance measures in either subcomponent of the student performance category, districts or BOCES must develop alternate SLOs based on assessments that are not based on the 3 through 8 ELA and math state assessments for the required subcomponent of student performance category for affected principals during the transition period. In Task 7 Transition of the SED Monitoring APPR portal, a district or BOCES will list the measures and assessments used as alternate SLOs by affected teachers during the transition period. This training module will present how to input this information into the SED Monitoring APPR portal for Task 7 Transition. Next, we will take a look at entering alternate SLOs for Task 7.1 and 7.2 Transition. As previously noted, alternate SLOs must be set for all principals for whom there are no remaining student performance measures once the grades 3 through 8 ELA and math state assessments and any state-provided growth scores are excluded. The same measures available in Task 7.2 Original may be used for alternate SLOs. Principal-specific results, a measure of the growth of students within the principal's building or BOCES program. District or BOCES-wide results, a measure of student growth across the district or across BOCES programs. The district or BOCES will first enter the lowest and highest grade of the building or program using the alternate SLO, then select a measure. The assessment options for Task 7 Transition are listed as checkboxes, which allow for the selection of multiple assessments of the same type. Note that the grades 3 through 8 ELA and math state assessments and state-provided growth scores are not available as options for alternate SLOs. To add another building or program configuration, click the green Add Row button on the bottom left-hand side. A new row will appear. The district should repeat the prior steps of inputting the principal's grade configuration, measure, and assessments being used. If you have a row that is no longer needed, you may check the box in the 6th column titled Delete Row, and that row will be deleted once you click the blue Save button. Principal-specific results, a measure of the growth of students within the principal's building or BOCES program. The assessments selected must be ones taken by the student in that particular principal's building. The example shown illustrates the use of a principal-specific measure for a K-5 building based on the New York State Grade 4 Science Assessment. District or BOCES-wide results are a measure of student growth across the district or across BOCES programs. If the option for district or BOCES-wide results is chosen, the checkbox menu will allow for the selection of multiple assessments. The district or BOCES should select all assessments that apply to the measure. The district or BOCES will first enter a measure and select assessments. The assessment options for Task 7 transition are listed as checkboxes, which allows for the selection of multiple assessments of the same type, state or regions, locally developed or third party. Note that the grades 3 through 8 ELA and math state assessments and state provided growth scores are not available as options for alternate SLOs. The example provided indicates the use of a district-wide measure based on the Common Core English Regents for the principal of a grade K-2 building. Please note that state-approved third-party assessments and state-approved locally developed assessments will be added to the corresponding drop-down menu as they are approved by the department through the assessment RFQ. Only state-approved assessments can be included in a district or BOCES APPR plan. If the assessment that the district or BOCES wishes to use has not yet been approved, the district or BOCES may contact the assessment provider for more information. Not all locally developed course-specific assessments are available for use by all districts. Make sure to secure appropriate permission before selecting an assessment. We will now move on to discuss the HEDI scoring process for alternate SLOs. A detailed process for assigning 0 to 20 scores and HEDI ratings to principals is not required. A series of assurances in Task 7.5 of Task 7 Original has replaced the need for those descriptions. Additionally, all districts or BOCES must use the state-determined HEDI scoring bands when assigning 0 to 20 scores and HEDI ratings to principals. These scoring bands are already included in Task 7.3, and therefore no conversion chart must be uploaded. In the following section, we will look at the elements required to ensure the task is complete. To save information entered at any point throughout the task, even if incomplete, please click the blue Save button. The survey navigation box will inform you of the task completion status. If the task is not complete, a yellow triangle will appear next to the Task 7 transition in the survey navigation, and the incomplete section of the task will be highlighted in red. If the task is complete, a green checkbox will appear next to Task 7 transition in the survey navigation box. Once the green checkbox appears, the district may click on the green Save and Continue button to proceed. If the task is incomplete, the survey navigation menu may be used to move to another task. For additional information on APPR under Education Law 3012D, please visit the APPR 3012D page on the Engage New York website.